There's a fighting. Holy mo! Oh, it's the Kimbo. The streets taught him. Look at this unit coming straight out the backyard grill, coming to beat up whoever took the last bit of chicken. Like, bro, that was his. Oh, and you took the mac and cheese, bro. He's look at him. The mouthpiece getting it now. Jesus. Oh my. Bro. Yeah, no, this guy's a problem. But this guy's history is so much fun. I've heard of it and seen it a little bit, but if you don't know, this man has probably one of the most fun UFC backgrounds. Straight YouTube to the champion? No, not champion, but you know. What do they call it? Unified Fighting Championship or whatever, something. I know, Ultimate Fighting Championship.
The dawn of the 2000s, videos with Kimbo Slice blew up the internet, elevating the black-bearded giant to the king of the web.
Bro, straight on the concrete. Ah, yikes, bro, that's the scariest thing. Also, this is where Jorge Masvidal came from, I think.
Blew up the internet, elevating the black-bearded giant to the king of the web brawler's status. Having made it out of the ghetto, he burst onto the MMA scene and continued to crack chins, now on a professional level.
Bro, his chain fist is like the size of my fist.
Having made it out of the ghetto, he burst.
Oh well, not much. Maybe like a toddler.
Onto the
Either way, that thing is massive.
MMA scene and continued to crack chins, now on a professional level.
He's taking his back.
His whole life story resembled an action-packed Hollywood blockbuster with a tragic ending. Today we look back at Kimbo's journey from backyard slobber knockers to global superstardom.
Oh man. It like slipped.
I love you, boy.
Kevin Ferguson was born in the winter of 1974 in the Bahamas. As a child, he moved to the United States with his family and found a new home in Florida. The future neighborhood menace grew up in a poverty-stricken Miami suburb, surrounded by crime from an early age.
You know, the neighborhood it was rough. You know, people was dying. You know, you go out to take out the garbage, you would go around the corner and you would see a foot, and you just throw the garbage in the dumpster and run back upstairs. And hey, man, just, you know.
Kimbo, as his friends called him, was often bullied by peers since moving to the U.S. Classmates laughed at his accent, and the cockiest ones would even try to steal his lunch. Fighting back was the only option.
If you want respect, you gotta give respect. And that's what I taught him. Don't let them talk to you any.
What do you look like this? Man was a football player? Well, he's definitely not as big as he is, so it's like, why you gotta steal his lunch money? But if like you had to fight him, he's not as scary as he is yet. You know what I mean? Like
kind of way. And when you
they probably picked the best time to fuck with him, but why fuck with him? Like, come on, man.
Talking to them, you gotta look them straight in the eye.
What's wrong with you?
Show him that you're not afraid.
What's wrong with you?
He's not afraid.
What's wrong with you?
That is one child. He's not afraid.
In middle school, he met Mike Ember.
Ain't
the teenagers quickly turned into best buds.
Kimbo
already weighed north of.
Was that his art right there? What's going on in Buddy's household? Hold up.
He's not afraid.
In middle school, he met Mike Ember. The teenagers quickly turned into best buds.
Hey, who's that? Hey.
Kimbo already weighed north of 200 pounds, was considered the toughest guy in school, and would stand up for his friend in any situation.
Had a bond where, you know, if I ever needed anything, he was always there, and I did need him. And, you know, so when I was younger and I wasn't developed, I was getting beat up. And he said, you know, that was one thing that I wanted to make sure it didn't happen to anybody that I knew.
Chasing the goal of becoming a football player, in high school, Kimbo moved closer to downtown Miami. By his senior year, he was one of the biggest prospects from the East Coast. But nature itself spoiled the youngster's plans. In August 1992, Hurricane Andrew hit South Florida. The 165-mile-per-hour winds shattered entire city blocks to pieces, leaving some 170,000 people homeless. Among them was Kimbo, who was forced to live in a car for the next month. The school football season was canceled. A year later, the future internet sensation entered the University of Miami, where he stayed for 1 semester only due to a modest scholarship. After quitting higher education, he tried out for the NFL, but couldn't secure a spot on the Miami Dolphins' first team. Saying goodbye to his childhood dream, Kimbo would turn to the city streets to make money. He washed cars by day and worked as a bouncer at a strip club by night. 2 years had passed in this manner, until one day he stumbled upon his old friend. In the early 2000s, Mike Imber was a producer for an adult film production company. Learning about Kimbo's situation, he offered his old pal a job. From then on, the big man drove exhausted actresses around in a limo and guarded the film set.
Right.
It brought some financial security, but as a young father, Kevin had to provide for his family. He once again turned to Mike, whose resourceful mind generated a brilliant idea. Imber, who had never seen his friend defeated in a scuffle, devised a simple yet genius plan. They would drive around the city, challenging local fighters. One would take bets, and the other would beat the crap out of anyone who had the guts to step up. The scheme worked wonderfully.
What the fuck? Hey, yo, bro, just do a couple laps around the block. We'll go get him.
Who had never seen his friend defeated in a scuffle, devised a simple yet genius plan. They would drive around the city, challenging local fighters.
I mean,
one would take bets, and the other would beat the crap out of anyone who had the guts to step up. The scheme worked.
I guess if they're down, they're down, I guess. Shit, fuck.
Wonderfully. And Kimbo's biggest talent was put to use effectively.
In every neighborhood, in every city, there's a guy who's always a tough guy. There's always a bully. There's always someone who just, you know what I'm saying? You know, he feels like he has a point to prove. He'll walk around with a chip on his shoulder. And, you know, I don't like them type of guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Initially, everything was done behind closed doors, until Mike decided to hire a cameraman. Kimbo's first fight recorded on tape was against a guy called Big D, a 260-pound thug who had recently been released from prison.
Wait, that is an outrageous YouTube search. What the fuck?
260-pound
I ain't seen that
thug
one.
who had
I ain't looked that one up yet. That is outrageous.
recently been released from prison. Kimbo jumped into the fight right away.
Oh, hey, oh.
Frustrated by the lack of resistance, he decided to cheer up his opponent. After another fall,
I thought just ate that one standing straight. I mean, did nothing.
Up his opponent.
Oh my god! Bro, you could hear that shit. I wonder if that was his shoulder sound though. That was loud.
After another fall, Big D asked for a break and received a polite refusal. Kimbo gracefully cosplayed Tyson.
Oh man, he threw him out the. Hey yo, chill out. During the middle of the fight.
And placed a tight hook.
No shot. Oh!
Which was the last straw.
What's up? Chill, dog. I'm sleeping wrong, dog.
Imber posted the video on his website. It eventually ended up on YouTube and quickly gained millions of views. When Big D's cut-up face made rounds on the net, Kimbo was dubbed Slice. Soon, the whole world would know the slugger from Miami by that name.
Slice.
Kimbo continued to roam around the neighborhood, starching one tough guy after another. The Colossus was terrifying in appearance, and most daredevils couldn't last even 3 minutes against him.
Bro, where is he looking? Oh no!
Slice would have 2 or 3 scuffles at a time, resulting in multiple immobilized bodies.
Oh, takedown! Try to hit him with a takedown. Oh, back of the shirt. Oh!
I was in the ring too.
Jeez,
Hit him, Kevin. Hit him, Kevin. I don't think nobody would want to go in the ring with him. I know I wouldn't.
New recordings
I wouldn't.
appeared regularly. Each time
look at this guy. Why would anyone willingly sign up to go against this guy? Like, especially with no fight experience. None of these guys he's gone against look like they really have experience. They definitely look big. Not bigger than him, but they look big. Like,
time getting
I don't know, man. You gotta be a wild motherfucker to go against this guy in broad daylight, outside, no gloves. Really?
Each time getting more views. Back when the concept of video blogging
Man doesn't even take his grills off for the goddamn fight. Like, I ain't fighting that guy.
was in its infancy,
Like, come on.
the Bahamian native was one of
Oh, come on. He still got the earrings in. Like, man is just... He's taking it as a joke, man. Like, I ain't going out there. Like,
the first to gain the
man.
status of a YouTube star.
Oh,
On the wave of bursting popularity,
He gonna
Slice
fuck me
decided to
up.
expand the street league.
Kimbo one day said, you know, I'm tired of coming to these things and I'm the only one fighting. He's like, you know, when I come, after I fight, I want to watch some fights. He's like, I got the perfect kid.
The guy in question turned out to be 18-year-old
Masvidal.
Jorge Masvidal. The frail youngster was put up against an undefeated heavyweight, but Jorge
Oh, damn.
wasn't bothered in the slightest.
Oh,
The
damn.
recording would subsequently pave the way for him to the highest echelons of MMA.
did he say a heavyweight? Brother was brawling a heavyweight on the backyard? Well, that's kind of fucking cold, it's true.
To be 18-year-old Jorge Masvidal. The frail youngster was put up against an undefeated heavyweight, but
What? Just...
Jorge
Bro, in the jeans?
wasn't bothered
Shit, that's cold.
in the slightest. The recording would
Shit, that's cold, yo. People goof on Jorge. Honestly, I don't really... Well, besides the tattoo of the knee thing, I don't really remember why. But, bro, you can't goof on this. Brother came out against a heavyweight in jeans!
recording would
Oh, even the jean shorts! Oh,
subsequently pave
brother got done out in the jorts. Come
the
on.
way for him to the highest echelons of MMA.
Like, hey,
Pack
you
it
gonna
up.
fight in a couple hours. I was like, hell yeah.
Pack it up,
So,
yo. We going home.
I never thought it would generate the millions and millions of views that it's generated.
Oh,
it's one of the biggest
bro, he's
fights
just
that
walking.
Most people recognize me.
He's
for,
walking
so to
away.
this day.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You heard it right there.
Warriors, man. Whatever it takes. It's all about this. You gotta love this shit.
The unbeaten Kimbo gained the status of the
Oh, yeah.
street fighting king. He had been seeking a worthy challenge for a while
Ugh.
and finally got what he wanted. Police officer Sean Cannon Gannon was a 6-time Golden Gloves boxing champion
police.
with a bit of MMA experience. The parties agreed to a no time limit war, and the knockdown count was supposed to be 30 seconds. Kimbo kicked things off briskly.
That reminds me of the movie End of Watch when his buddy just closes the door and they start fucking fighting. That
Kimbo kicked things off briskly.
That shit was so funny. Ooh. The uppercuts are... Bro, his uppercuts for a big man are so fast and lethal. Oi!
Sean survived the assault and delivered a counter. The guillotine attempt infuriated Slice's corner. While the subsequent takedown angered Gannon's friends.
Oh, they got the crowd in here. Jeezer.
Go, Kimbo! Get his ass!
Returning to the feet, visibly tired,
Oh.
Kimbo kept trying to find the enemy's chin.
Oh.
The policeman
Bro, this is wild that the police didn't even want gloves involved. Like, no headgear, no gloves, just, they were like, yo, you wanna fight? Yep.
was mixing it
Yep.
up to the body and
Yep.
the head.
Jesus.
They were both very depleted, but refused to stop throwing heavy leather.
Bing, where the leather at?
7 minutes in, Sean
An
uncorked
elbow!
an unexpected
Bing!
series of elbows.
Boom! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Kimbo managed to get up, only to collapse on the ground from exhaustion in a...
Broke at him with the two Ivasa. He almost looked just like D. Lou when he took that motherfucking...
of elbows.
the right bow. It's like he fell in slow motion. That's like how the D-Lu went too. Bro, does it have to do with the elbow? Because I've only seen it when people do it with the elbow. It like looks so confusing. They're like, I mean, I guess they are gassed. So maybe it's like less of a knockout than just he gets hit, rocked, and he's just too tired to keep standing. So like body just gives up. Oh, that was more of kind of a right hook though. That was a left bow. He tried to get it, but it was more of kind of caught him on the wrist, forearm a little bit. And that's maybe just more exhaustion, if anything.
Kimbo managed to get up, only to collapse on the ground from exhaustion in a matter of seconds.
Oi! Oi! Oi!
Slice defied gravity again,
He's back! Holy!
but there was no point in continuing.
He's got quick revive again.
Kimbo lost
Oh
for
no,
the
come
first
on.
time. Although
Oh no, you can buy quick revive 3 times.
you wouldn't have guessed
No.
it by looking at Shannon's face. The brawl against
Oh,
a competent
come on.
opponent with a combat sports background exposed the gaps in Kimbo's style, yet his spirit was unquestionable. Meanwhile, a video titled Kimbo Slice vs. Police Officer went viral. It amassed over 10 million views across various platforms, surpassing any MMA content that year.
That was
Professional
wild.
promoters previously preferred to ignore Slice, but now
I mean, how do you really top that? How do you top, like, someone who's been doing street battle backyard things? That, I wonder, that has to be, like, semi-illegal, no? Well, I guess nobody got hurt. If someone got fucking hurt, like, head against pavement, that would have been GG for everybody, I feel like, no? So this is, like, you get to see the people who are doing, like, unsafe, unprofessional things versus, the type of people who would shut it down if they have to, you know? So it's like, it's interesting. It's like, shit, what's gonna happen? Like,
now the struggle
what other fight can come close to that year? I wouldn't know. I didn't watch fighting, but even as like a fight fan, I couldn't think of anything to like pop off.
for the street fighter has unfolded. Ever since Kimbo's name first gained notoriety, rumors about his possible transition to MMA started spreading. It came to fruition in the summer of 2007, when news broke out that the 33-year-old Slice would make his debut in the nascent Cage
What
Fury.
was that America Top Team? Man's of the...
2007.
Oh yeah, actually that makes sense because of the Jorge's and Dustin's and what's his name, Colby.
When news broke out that the 33-year-old Slice would
That
make
makes
his
sense.
debut in the nascent Cage Fury Fighting Championship. The adversary was none other than a true boxing legend, Olympic gold medalist and
Tommy.
former WBO champion Ray Mercer.
You got one thing to say, man.
Shit.
I'm gonna break you both.
Mercer in UFC?
Having drawn hordes of fans to the TV
Hey, Mercer in MMA? No way. That's him? The one that beat Morrison for the belt.
You got one thing to say.
He did it. Wait, a crossover this long ago? In 2007 they had a crossover. Damn.
Say, man, I'm gonna break you both.
I feel like, now that I think about it, crossovers probably been happening forever. It's just like more than ever, they're the most popular. Because it's like a clash of personalities. And I mean, when it comes to fighting, skill is one thing. And then when the personalities get involved in a fight, that's a whole nother thing. It's just like too hard to ignore.
Having drawn hordes of fans to the TV screens, Kimbo was not going to take up much of their time. Slice pinned the prey to the fence and unleashed fury in the clinch.
Oh! Oh, he just kicked him in the dick!
Unleashed fury.
Bro, ref, am I tripping? Or is that just an immediate knee to the dick?
Unleashed fury in the clinch. After a bunch of elbows,
The second one was high for sure, but that first one's sus.
pinned the prey to the fence and unleashed fury in the clinch.
Oh!
After a bunch of elbows,
They don't look good.
he
They don't
punched
look
the
good.
body and hit a double leg. The boxer pulled off a sweep and found himself trapped in a
Guillotine.
tight guillotine.
Guillotine! He's got him! Hey! Whoa!
In a span
Oh,
of 90
shit.
seconds in the cage, Kimbo earned $80,000, an amount
Bro, I wonder if he was like, if he was out from the guillotine or if he was just mad he kept holding. It could be either one, honestly. Like, man threw a massive feint.
In a span of 90 seconds in the cage, Kimbo earned $80,000, an amount that many UFC mainstays could only dream of. He showed that he was able to adjust his style to MMA and deserves to be called a mixed martial artist. Meanwhile, Slice's appearance on TV provided an unknown organization with exorbitant ratings, confirming the Bahamian's limitless star potential. It was just the beginning.
So I beat Ray Mercer in 1 minute and 27 seconds, and I was a 10-1 underdog. With me dedicating myself to it and committing myself to something, I proved that to myself that I can do this. My future was born from that.
After a spectacular debut, Kimbo was approached by the management.
Wait, he was the underdog? That's kind of surprising. Since he was like, even in the streets, he got shot with a takedown, but he even tried to shoot a takedown, which is more than probably the other guy has ever tried to do. Because he was like strictly boxing for years. I don't know, I would have, as like an outside perspective, maybe because like the way fights go these days, like sitting on like MMA versus boxing fence, if you put a boxer in MMA, it just seems like a lot harder for them to win because they don't have that experience with unorthodoxy with punches. Like more unorthodox punches are good in like MMA. Like shit that works in MMA would not work in boxing. Because there's also like the takedown aspect in there.
Of elite.
So like I kind of just would have saw him winning just for the idea of maybe he would take up that takedown. Like he'd figure out how to actually do it and defend it. And just the way his striking would go with it would just be way better than the other guy's side.
XC. At that time, it was one of the fastest growing promotions in the United States. In his first bout under their banner, Slice faced the seasoned veteran, Bo Cantrell.
Oh!
Yeah, right away, Cantrell, right back in there. Oh, big
E!
And that's it.
So mind you, here's our guy who his first fight's against Mercer and his second fight's against a guy who has 20 fights. And I was concerned about it.
That's
he
big.
never was.
Big jump.
As soon as the bell rang, Kimbo went on the hunt. He steered the victim into an ambush and pulled the trigger.
Oh! That's it. 20 seconds.
A rear hand uppercut to the body, followed by an elbow to the head. A combo rarely seen even in modern MMA. The Bahamian got the job done in 19 seconds, and at the same time helped the rival discover his talent for
Bro, he's tapping!
Now shout.
Oh, I didn't even realize brother was tapping as soon as he landed on the ground. Maybe even before, maybe even mid-air. Oh.
A rear hand uppercut to the body, followed by an elbow to the head. A combo.
Bro, he's tapping on the way down! Look! Look at this guy!
Body, followed by an elbow to the head. A combo rarely
Bro, his hand went like bing bing. It's like he's spanky.
Seen even in modern MMA. The Bahamian got the job done in 19 seconds.
Oh man, yeah, Jesus. 19 seconds. Not bad. That was wild.
And at the same time, helped the rival discover his talent for drumming. Now showered with attention, Kimbo needed a unique challenge. Tank Abbott was a former street fighter himself and had successfully turned it into a UFC career.
Oh, why does it look like he's fighting the ref? What is this guy wearing on the... Man, look like he's the ref. Like, it looks like John McCarthy, like even this guy, like back in the day, they had like really loose looking clothes.
Now showered with attention, Kimbo needed a unique challenge. Tank Abbott was a former street fighter himself and had successfully turned it into a UFC career.
Man fought the ref. I mean,
back in the 90s, the wild-mannered heavyweight was the embodiment of no holds barred, but had lost his step by the time.
Oh, Jesus. Brother, that is not how a body's supposed to be hanging.
Lost his step.
Oh, man. It looks like a body you'd put outside for like a Halloween decoration. Like, that shit was so contorted. Oh,
by the time
man.
that slice.
Jesus.
In a chaotic start, Kimbo landed a couple of bombs and hit the back of the head, chasing the finish.
Oh!
As soon as the contest continued, someone's mouth guard was found on the canvas. Before the ref had time to figure out what was happening, Slice had already thrown it into the crowd. When they finally re-engaged, Kimbo went into berserker mode.
Wait. Wait. They're looking for a mouthpiece, and man just picks it up and throws it away. Whose mouthpiece? Someone just walking around with no gum shield?
Slice had already thrown it into the
He don't need that shit.
crowd.
Damn.
When they finally re-engaged,
Oh,
Kimbo
man.
went into berserker mode.
Gonna break his fucking jaw. Oh. Oh.
The kill shot blasted Tank's head.
Oh. Man, looks like he slipped on a banana.
The
For a
timer
s-
froze at 43 seconds, putting a
Jesus.
stamp on one of the most brutal annihilations of the year. In early 2008, Elite XC signed a deal with CBS, one of the largest TV networks in the USA. For the first time, MMA was going to be broadcast on free television in prime time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Kimbo was entrusted to headline the historic event, opposite a former Pride FC veteran, James Thompson. James declined a game of chance on the feet and leaned into his wrestling. Halfway through round 2, Kimbo got a chance to load up.
Oh, the uppercut. He's looking for it. Oh, again! I told you he's looking for it. Again.
But was grounded again shortly after.
Oh.
Losing on the scorecards at the start of the final stretch, Slice delivered an overhand,
Oh.
forcing a panic shot out of Thompson.
Knee. Hit him with a knee.
The Bahamian negated
Big.
the attempt and uncorked the finishing flurry.
Oi.
The
Oi.
Brit wanted to eat the referee alive, but this 1,000-yard stare spoke for itself.
Oh man, that man is serious, bro. I'd love to see this Kimbo just throw a knee up the, well, not up the middle. Last time he hit him in the cup, but that stomach shot was cold. That was big damage. Just like, I don't know, a knee straight to the face when he was going for the takedown. Brother would have died, yo. Brother would have died. Fuck.
The main event of the evening
It would have been like that moment when Michael Venom Page kicked that guy's skull in. It would have been like that.
attracted 6.5 million people to the screens, becoming the most watched
Jesus.
MMA showdown in television history. The same Kimbo Slice who
Jeez.
brawled in the backyards of Miami has now turned into one of the biggest attractions in the sport.
True.
Kimbo wasn't about to slow down. His next opponent was supposed to be Ken Shamrock, but he received a cut hours before the bout. As a result, Seth Petruzzelli stepped in on short notice, a former UFC fighter and a black belt in karate and BJJ.
That's huge. Oh! The knee! Oh no! Bro, the knee! Wait, what even was that? That's not the knee. He literally just lifted the knee. Was that just pure backhand?
Quickly across.
Bro! Hold up. We gotta slow this down. Cause right after this sequence he falls down, right? Oh, it purely is just backhand cause he lunges in and he's loading the fuck up off that right. So this guy, all he has to do, he uses him almost as like the floor. Oh shit! Yo, that's crazy. He literally fucking like pushes off of him to throw with the fucking right hand while he's coming in with velocity. Motherfucker, he's dead, yo. He's fucking. Oh my fucking goodness. Yo, that was fucking crazy. Motherfucker used him as a springboard.
A fighter and a black
Oh,
belt in
shit.
karate and BJJ.
Look!
Quickly across.
Boom! Bro, he tried to do it the first time too. That's what he was trying to do. That is, I've never seen some shit like that. Bounce off the knee.
And BJJ.
What the fuck?
Quickly across.
Oh!
Slice goes down. Slice gets pounded out, and they stop it
as Kimbo closed the distance, he got welcomed with a fist to the face. Considering Petrozelli's resume, many hardcore fans predicted Slice's defeat, perhaps in a slightly more competitive manner. Kimbo's consolation prize was $500,000 for 14 seconds in the cage.
Not bad.
The result upset the Elite XC bosses, but the worst was yet to come. Subsequent to the bout, Petrozelli admitted that the organization had offered him extra money to keep the fight standing. A scandal flared up, and Dana White had a field day with it.
That's fucking,
That's fucking illegal.
With their main asset losing
That's
and
a
problems
classic.
with the broadcaster arising.
Wait, that's where that comes from? I mean, he's not wrong, actually, now that I think about it. He's like, I never really thought to check the backstory of that. So it was because they wanted to keep this fight standing? They paid him extra? I mean...
Problems with the broadcast.
Shit, yeah, that's kind of weird, but, the guy took the challenge and he got out on top, so I mean, hey, you know,
Broadcaster arising, the promotion went bankrupt.
see, if he would have lost, it'd be a totally different light. If he lost and then said that, shit, that looks so bad. But him to say that after winning is like, well, you won. It's like, okay. A bit weird.
Since the day Kimbo first
bit
stepped
weird.
foot in the cage, no one has tried to belittle the Street Fighter more than Dana White. The UFC president called Slice the toughest guy at the barbecue and believed that Elite XC events were pulling the sport back into the 90s. But as soon as the Bahamian was no longer under contract, White changed his mind.
It's just a random day. I get a phone call, and it's Dana. You know, on the phone, he goes, I
Dana.
bet this is the last call
50 G's.
you would ever, expect to get. And I'm like, I'm actually not so surprised, Pretty fucking bright, and there's something there with him.
Kimbo became part of the 10th season of the Ultimate
the door.
Fighter and was even granted a
Watch
separate
out.
presentation.
Watch out, door.
What's up, Kimbo?
Someone get that door out of there.
there.
At the opening stage, he was matched up against Roy Nelson, a gut with a wicked punch, who never missed a lunge.
Oh, we got the cuke. Oh, we got the look. I love this shit. This shit is so hard to find, but I love this shit. Cucumber lime smart water. Well, if you don't know, now you know. This shit is so refreshing and thirst, quenching.
Good punch.
Oh shit! Not even a sponsor. I'm just trying to put y'all on. Yo, can I pause?
Who never missed a lunge.
Jeez.
Nelson did not
What a
tempt
guy.
fate by exchanging on the feet.
Oh. Takedown. Oh.
And exploited the opponent's obvious lack of ground game.
Move! Fight's done.
He would go on to win the entire season.
Oh, it's Brendan. Oh yeah. Oh, is this the one? He's gonna.
And establish himself
no,
in
it's
the
not.
UFC for
Oh no, it's not. He had white shorts on, bro. That one knockout, the UFC did him so dirty with. Straight put him in the game. Fucking.
and establish himself in the UFC for years to come.
Oh yeah.
Kimbo, on the other hand, did not leave the show right away. He trained with the contestants and clearly gained knowledge, as well as friends.
You don't meet Kimbo Slice and not like Kimbo Slice. He was the nicest guy in the world. So obviously once he started to gain some rapport with the other fighters and started to train with them, they respected his work ethic, what a good teammate he was. Everybody liked Kimbo when he left Tough.
Kimbo's appearance on The Ultimate Fighter brought record-breaking views, which prompted the UFC to give him a second chance. In his debut, he faced a middle-of-the-road striker in Houston Alexander.
We go!
Sliced
Middle of the
for
road.
chin in his usual style.
Combination. Oh, nice movement. Could it start to really move forward, Joe? Nice jab.
There. Why he's got the hands? Bro got rocked off that first exchange. Oh, it's not the first exchange. This is a minute into the thing. But like, first little, it wasn't even like a stiff jab. It was just a little one.
For the chin in his usual
It had him like, look at his legs here.
style.
Oh, never mind. It's just he got too far back.
Oh, nice movement. Good. Start to really move forward, Joe.
Okay.
Nice jab by Kimbo.
But like, but there, yo, his hands are like right here, fucking straight, chilling by the side. Like, I mean, in MMA it can kind of be like that, but yo, this guy is coming at you full. You know he wants to stand up. Like, this is his bread and butter. He's coming at you full right blast, uppercuts.
Jab by Kimbo.
And even showed progress in the wrestling department.
Oh,
he's taking his back.
Oh.
To the top.
He gave his opponent a proper beating on the canvas.
What the fuck was that? It's like they both just decided, okay, we lay down.
He gave his opponent a proper beating on the canvas.
Big ground.
Oh.
The ground game if he was going to be a true MMA.
Until he lost the position.
Alexander's up.
In the third round, Alexander went on the offensive.
Alexander has one-punch knockout power. We've seen that before.
I mean,
and soon dropped the Bahamian.
Oh, yo, I was watching that. I mean, to be fair, it's probably his best time to win is probably in the third. Look at all this muscle. That ain't sticking around for 25 minutes, I'll tell you. There's no way he made it a 5-rounder.
One-punch knockout power. We've seen that before.
This is a 3-rounder, but you know what I mean. Like even in 3 rounds, man's gonna get gassed.
And soon dropped the Bahamian.
Oh, that was a good one. Huge kick.
Oh.
That's the one we talked about. That was a big shot.
The ending wasn't easy.
Both guys are so tired, Mike. Look how slow these punches are coming.
Oh!
But Kimbo didn't let the fight slip away.
Wow.
5 months after the hard-earned victory,
hands on knees,
Matt Mitrione, whom he knew from their time on Tough. Kimbo surprised Mitrione in the early going with an explosive takedown.
Oh, goodness. Wow, what a...
But got a power bomb, bro. How the hell did he power bombed him almost, but he ended up on bottom. Oh shit! Cause he got his
with an explosive takedown.
Cause he hit him with a roll. The way his legs were positioned, it gave him the like the ability to roll. Damn!
Wow, what a...
But got stuck in a triangle.
Look at this, Mitrione secured it. Mitrione trying to finish his fight.
Oh no!
Only his innate power helped him escape the strangle. When they stood back up, Matt implemented some low kicks.
Nice, they're heavy.
Oi! Oi!
Mitrione looking to fight.
Forcing Slice to shoot for the legs again.
Kimbo's a tough warrior, man.
Ending up on top, Mitrione took mount and sealed the deal.
And Mitrione's arms are exhausted here.
And shown. It's all over!
Kimbo had the courage to compete in the world's strongest league, but was clearly outmatched by elite athletes in terms of skill. No matter how hard he tried to make up for that deficit, the Street Fighter couldn't keep up with the true pros. Following the defeat, Slice was released from his contract.
I think he was pretty, not old. He was on the older side. He was getting, he's getting to that point where people would even like consider retirement by the time he was in the UFC. I think like 32, because he was street fighting before he was like 20. I don't even know. Like he's in that high years. No.
After leaving the UFC, 36-year-old Kimbo decided to venture into professional boxing before it became mainstream. Slice performed at smaller events where he.
Oh yeah, he was 35 when he made his UFC debut. Now, there's only so much he can learn and like gain. Like he had like striking kind of down from his backyard brawls, but there's just so much else that comes into play that'll go in his mind and shit. So it's kind of like, oh man. Especially at UFC, bro, it's like top of the championships, bro. There's so many high up killers up there.
He amassed a 7-0 record against questionable opposition. After nearly 3 years of boxing, the Bahamian hung up the big gloves.
Oi!
The main reason for the departure was Kimbo's desire to spend more time with his loved ones. Despite his ruthless demeanor inside the cage, outside of it, Slice was always a family man.
There's a lot of them. My first oldest son, Kevin Jr., then my second oldest son, Kevin II, then my oldest daughter, Kevina, then my second oldest daughter, Kiera, and then my third oldest son, Kevlar, my third youngest daughter, Cassandra, my son's baby's mom, Kiana, my little grandson, Kevin the Third. And we have a dog
Holy
named
shit.
Kitty.
Bro. Aw. Dogging him Kimmy. Everybody's coming out with the K's, yo. At graduation, they already know. Like, they coming up. They're lining up. Fucking. Oh, actually, they go by last names. But anyways, like, bro, in school, everything. They're beside each other. They're. Jeez, man. That's wild. E-E-I-I-A-E-E-I-O-U. Man's like his vowels. I'd like to buy a vowel for 500, please.
It's the family.
Man is on his shit.
Brought up in the ghetto, Kimbo sought to give them everything that he himself was deprived of. His kids have always been his main priority in life, although the former street fighter's methods of education were unorthodox.
Well, who's that texting?
Keytrick.
I thought I heard something outside, but
So tell me about him.
All right, he's taller than you, right? He like 6'3".
Oh, I like big niggas. I like to drop big niggas.
No, wrong thought.
No, right thought.
that's a. Okay.
After a 2.5-year hiatus, Kimbo's fists grew itchy. In 2015, he announced his return to MMA by signing a long-term deal with Bellator.
It's the fight fans want to see.
First up, Kimbo faced another veteran, Ken Shamrock. They had unfinished business since their days in Elite XC.
And I'll slap him out, boy.
Shamrock landed a takedown at the outset.
Level change, the single leg and hit by Shamrock.
And went for his signature move.
It's under the net, and that is tight.
But couldn't break the Bahamian. And during the assault, Slice got back up and issued a retirement check for the vet.
Oh!
Slice back to his feet.
Oh!
And unloading with the
Oh! Oh!
It was all Ken Shamrock. Now
Oh!
Slice. Drop Shamrock, and they're count for beyond.
Having secured his first MMA win in 5 years.
That was looking so bad, man was getting smothered on the floor, and then he just stood up and was like,
It's under the net, and that is tight. Slice.
how do you get up? Oh.
But couldn't break the Bahamian.
Hand
And during
fighting?
the assault, Slice got back up and issued a retirement check for
Hand
the
fight,
vet.
blast, big,
Slice
on the way up.
and unloading
Oh!
with the right hand.
Oh!
It was all Ken Shamrock, now all Kimbo Slice. Drop Shamrock, and they're count
Woo!
for beyond.
Having secured
Not
his
bad.
first MMA win in 5 years, Kimbo faced Dada 5000, another street fighting alumnus whom he knew from their Miami Scraps days.
That mohawk, though.
Both former neighborhood tough guys gassed out on their way to the cage.
A smile at him to right down
On the way to the cage.
The bout was fought under the rules of oxygen deprivation.
Okay. Oh! Man.
Nonetheless, Slice proved to be the fresher of the two.
Can't even get his hands up anymore. Kimbo gets out of his way, and he's gonna fall.
Oh, man. Oh, where is he going?
Idea where he is, and that's the ground.
The veteran's
Oh,
showdown
no.
clearly didn't live up to nostalgic expectations. Nevertheless,
Jeez.
in his first Bellator bout, Kimbo drew over 2 million viewers to their screens. And in his next outing, he pushed the metric to 2.5 million, setting a promotion record that stands to this day. After all those years, Kimbo Slice was still a superstar. In the summer of 2016, he was preparing to step into the Bellator cage for the third time. But a month before the event, his health seriously deteriorated. The doctors diagnosed him with heart failure. The slugger's situation worsened day by day.
Me on Sunday, and it was the first time he ever said this to me, and I could hear it in his voice. He said, you know, Mike, he was...
Oh. Oh, man. Bro, this was his friend, like... Bro, this was the man he was driving around blocks with. Shit. Oh, man.
He was
Shit.
like, you know, I'm
Wait, is this... Oh, wait, he is gone, no? Damn, wait, I forgot.
scared.
Oh,
I've
man.
never heard his voice say that.
Kimbo was admitted to the intensive care unit and put on a ventilator. He needed a heart transplant. However, his unstable condition made the surgery impossible.
Damn. I look up in his eye, and I'm calling him. I'm calling him. I didn't get no answer, but it was like he was looking at me, but he wasn't. When I screamed, I said, he ain't answering me.
Kimbo Slice passed away on June 6th, 2016 at a hospital in Coral Springs. He was 42 years old.
I guess whenever I decide to shave the beard,
42.
That's when I probably put Kimbo at rest.
Damn.
But would Kimbo ever be at rest?
Kimbo Slice had an incredible
R.I.P.,
journey
man.
from the streets of Miami to becoming a
R.I.P.
legendary figure in MMA. With millions of views online and appearances on some of the world's biggest stages, he made a huge impact on the combat sports industry. As the saying goes, there are athletes and then there are fighters. Kimbo was a fighter to his core, but also a father, son, and friend. The kind of guy you could always count on.
Now, if you think about it, this guy, without this guy, we would have never saw the 4-second flying knee, no? Like, shit, we never saw Masvidal fucking just fly in. Big!
This is who we are.
Maybe we would have. The world has a funny thing of working things out, but you know. I don't know. But he put the Masvidal on map, nope, so.
To go up, to come down, and get up and keep on fighting. I was designed in some kind of way to win some, to lose some. But more, I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep on fighting.
Hell yeah. Wait.
All day. It's hot nigga eat, man.
Oh. The flashbacks. You gotta leave. Oh, that elbow was nice. I like a nice elbow KO. It's so rare.
Houston, yep. He's taking his back.
Motherfucking Joe Rogan. Ah! I mean, it was crazy. But I love his reactions every time. Ah! That man goes hard. Oh, the Mike Tyson. Damn, man. Damn, man. I didn't get to win a belt, but what a legacy, man. What a story. No belt for the mantle, but brother built the mantle, so I can't really you know, can't not appreciate that. Shit was crazy.